you love.
Feel good vibes and great music. This is Radio 44. Your music, your life.
Even the other stations are listening.
Or good morning to you. And today we do have two very popular and special people in the studio with us. We have Mr. Thota Sreenivas. Of course, he is the NPCA Vice Chairman. And we also do have Bhavisha Jitesh Malde. Or should I say hello? Both. Okay, yeah. Combination right there. The NPCA Women Cricket Representative. So, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us right here at Radio 44.
Thank you.
All right. So let's start off with the Sports Mastery Juniors Cricket Blast. Bhavisha, I believe you're one of the integral people behind this. So can you tell us, how did this idea come about, and what do you expect? What can we expect from it?
Okay, it actually started when I started training kids. Being a mother, obviously, we want to bring kids and encourage them. So this tournament was initially started so that we can encourage more and more youngsters to get into cricket. So we have three categories: under 8, under 11, and under 14.
And how's the response been? How many children have signed up? Do you have a big pool?
Yeah, we have 14 teams.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, with 8 players in each.
Yeah,
so
8
this is
aside,
mixed.
yeah?
Yeah, it's mixed, boys and girls both.
How many overs are we looking at?
8 overs.
8 overs, yeah. All right, and pretty interesting. I mean, and you being one of the organizers, the person behind this, what do you see? Do you see a future with the children over there?
A lot. Yes,
So
we have so many. Even we had to close down at a point.
What?
Because it's a one-day tournament.
Right.
Yes.
So I like the idea because, especially right now, I think Mr. Sreenivas can agree with me on this. We see children just stuck on their iPads, this, that, they're so disconnected with sports and everything. They're just so involved in Instagram and everything at an age where they should actually be enjoying outdoor sports. So this is a brilliant initiative. Good job. Now, so what are some of the initiatives in place to ensure equal opportunities and support for junior players? There's so many, the 3 age categories. So how do you ensure that there are equal opportunities and there's good support?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank SIC Union for giving us the grounds for no cost.
Yeah, lovely.
Yes, so right now what we have done, we are giving each and every child a chance. It's a pair batting format where each child gets a chance to bat, bowl and fielding.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so this is the first time you're organizing something like this. What were some of the challenges that that came about when you were organizing it?
Okay, to get the grounds was the biggest challenge, where we were sorted by the SIC Union.
Yes.
Second, to bring in things like we had to get medals, certificates, obviously other small things to get in order.
Yeah.
It was a big mission. And I would even like to thank Mr. Sreenivas, where he helped me out with the rules, regulation, getting umpires, scorers.
Excellent. And yeah, good luck. This is something that's absolutely beautiful, and of course it's happening on 14th of April. Yes, right here. So ensure that this is something, because I believe that we as adults, we've been there. I told you my whole history. I've played cricket for a very short period of time. I was absolutely horrible in it. I was never a fielder. I was just a guy who used to drop the balls. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing, and we will be back shortly. Right now, dropping you this one by Juggy D. So, Mr. Sreenivas, let's go straight into it. How does the NPCA Women's League contribute to the development and empowerment of women in cricket in Kenya?
Women's cricket, basically sport is like a physical, for the physical exercise, but right now the global cricket or any sport has changed. It became as a profession.
Yes.
And ever since the women's cricket leagues comes, it started from Australia, it went to England, now Women's Premier League in India. It attracted many girls take up the sport as a profession at the moment. Not only in India, Australia and England, all over the world.
Yes.
Then initially in Kenya, women's cricket has been, organized and run by Cricket Kenya because of the very limited pool available
Yes.
of the girls, who wants to play the sport. But ever since, the cricket has evolved into equal opportunities for both men and women. So now many girls are taking up cricket in the schools and at the community level. So from some years we have been supporting as NPCA the women's cricketers to participate in the men's league because we don't have a bigger pool. Initially there used to be a women's team called Stray Impalas.
Okay.
They played for 2 years in the men's league.
Okay.
And from last 2 years Cricket Kenya is playing, Cricket Kenya women's team is playing in the NPCA league as one of the participant teams. And at the development level, they are participating with the development teams on Saturday league, and also there is a cricket club in Nakuru called Pirates Cricket Club, which are mixed with both boys and women.
Right.
They play in the Division 2 league of NPCA. We allowed them, so that the girls can get the exposure.
Excellent.
And also Sikh Union has 2 girls which are playing in the development team of Sikh Union.
Okay.
So now the interest has grown over the years. So and from last 1 year NPCA we are thinking of having a women's league on its own, so that it will create more opportunities for more girls.
Excellent.
And this year luckily we got many people who are interested about we have co-opted Bhavisha, and also there is another lady called Lydia Kaparo.
Okay.
So they are working with girls for some time, from the school level, community level and all. So now they came up, with the idea that now they have a pool of around 70-80 people.
Okay.
So then we wanted to start, around May, that 4 to 6 teams league, So
Right.
initially with the softball cricket for the starting.
Yes.
And then in November we are thinking of having a full-fledged women's league, with the hardball and everything.
Perfect.
So that many people take up the sports, and as NPCA as a bigger brother in Kenyan cricket, so
Yes.
we wanted to create a bigger pool
Right.
for Cricket Kenya to use them for national team selections. Thus at least it can create a competition and a competitive team.
Excellent. Yes. So, considering, like you said, number one being not having enough players, what are some of the other big challenges, in having this women's cricket league, and how do you plan to overcome these challenges?
As I told, now many women, and girls are taking up the sport.
Right.
Now the next challenge is the infrastructure and, for to train, regularly, and also the equipment, we have to provide them. So we are thinking as NPCA, we wanted to meet the clubs and we want to partner with the clubs and see how clubs can adapt a team, so that they can provide them with the training facilities and playing equipment, etc.
Excellent.
So
yes.
that they can train more often with the clubs. Then we can have the women's league like the men's league, played under the clubs.
Okay. Corporate sponsorships. Do you think it would be harder for a women's cricket team to get sponsorship as opposed to a men's cricket team?
If you see sponsorships, sponsors will only come where there is success. So
Right.
At the moment, now cricket in Kenya in general, we are struggling, and we are trying to stand on our own again.
Yes.
Back to the old age.
Yes. Yes.
So then we have been talking to some corporates.
Okay.
The surprising thing is, many of the corporates are more willing to sponsor the women's league and the junior leagues rather than the men's league. So we are hoping that some good sponsors will come and support the women's league.
I can see such a huge smile on Bhavisha's face after hearing that. It's a very good thing. Okay, we will be back shortly, right after this. We're talking about women's cricket in Kenya. So, in what ways does NPCA, actually influence women in cricket? I want to hear that from you, Mr. Sreenivas.
You see, like by providing the playing opportunities, thus they can meet. It's like a social connections.
Okay.
Which which can help them. Some people providing them for the education opportunities, and some might get the job opportunities. Many of the cricket enthusiasts they would like to provide those opportunities.
Right.
As currently we speak, some of the national team girls working in various companies, only because of the cricket, because the bosses they like cricket and they are passionate about cricket.
Okay.
So it will and also the girls can have their own self-confidence and planning and motivation in the life to achieve bigger things.
Right.
So it will provide more opportunities to settle down also well in the life.
Okay. Now, Bhavisha, you are women's cricket representative, and I think you made it very clear that you're brand new in this thing, right?
Yes.
But I want to hear from you. So, what are some of the duties and roles that you have as a representative?
Okay, it's Lydia and I who have to actually get the teams ready.
Okay.
Women teams, we need to organize like the budget. We need to give out the budget and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So our main thing is to get teams. We
To
need
get-
more and more women and girls on the board to make the teams.
Well, I hope I hope you're listening, because I keep saying this. I think women are definitely our equals. As men, and you guys are phenomenal cricket players. There's some women I've seen play in Nairobi, and when you look at their batting, bowling, fielding. People like me, we like I would steer clear of them.
Yeah,
I'm
we need
scared.
them. We need them. We really need girls and women to come up, to come forward.
That's beautiful. Now, how do you envision the future of junior cricket and women's cricket in Kenya? Both of you. I mean, can I hear from you first, sir?
It's like any nation to progress, in the sport, you have to have a development program. That is where you get the kids coming into the, like younger generation coming into the men's level,
Yes.
So when there is no proper feeder program, from the development level to the senior level,
Right.
there is no future for any sport, for any country.
Agreed.
So like at the moment, we are also starting, like under 19 league from this Sunday. It was supposed to start last Sunday. Because of the weather conditions, it has not permitted, so we pushed it to this Sunday.
Right.
There are 10 teams participating from the clubs. These are under 19 level, we have the clubs teams.
Yes.
So there are 10 teams participating in this is the earlier we did for the under 19 level, but not in a serious level, like
Okay.
like from the schools and all, we got the kids and we divided into teams and we did.
Right.
But this is the first time also we wanted to start developing the junior level league.
Yeah, I mean,
So
even
that
from
they-
under 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, this time, we are doing it under 19.
Yes.
From this Sunday, it goes for 7 weeks,
Okay.
50-over format.
Mm-hmm.
So they play
50
with,
over format.
yeah, they play
Okay.
they play with each other. So then so that they can compete well among themselves, so that we can create a selected pool from the performers.
Understood.
So like maybe we wanted to do like NPCA under 19 select team.
Right.
Then we see if we can get any opportunities for them to go and compete in some other countries, or from other countries any team can come.
And have a friendly over
Yeah,
here.
friendlies, with the national select and club select teams, so that they can get more and more exposure to the competitive levels. And in July, August, we are planning during the holidays. We wanted to introduce, the longer format game, like 75 overs.
Okay.
With the red ball, for the
Right.
youngsters.
Right.
So that where you can learn the technique, to stay longer at the crease and play
Yes.
competitive cricket.
Yes.
Initially we wanted to start from Saturday afternoon, and Sunday till evening, so that it's like 1.5 day, 75 hours per side. So that is our plan, so for this junior level.
Excellent.
And we also wants to do at the school level, under 15 tournament as well from the NPCA level.
Okay.
So that from in future onwards, then we wanted to start under 15, under 17, and under 19, 3 levels of junior league.
Lovely.
So that which can create a good platform for the youngsters to understand the competitiveness of the cricket and how they cope up with the pressure. So that by the time they reach under 19, they will be good youngsters. Then it is easy for them to progress to the national level.
Excellent, excellent. I love this. Now, Bhavisha, if you could tell us more about what's happening on 14th, this Sunday, because I understand, this is also for juniors. So what can we expect as a crowd?
Like I said, we have 3 categories. So you can expect more and more coming out from that tournament, because there are some players who have never played. They are still really young. Under 8 is really, because we have some still, they are 6 years in that category, between 6 to 8.
Okay.
So watching them will really be a
It's a new experience, and I think first of all, thank you so much for both of your time. One thing I can say is this, I think as parents are getting busier, they tend to leave the kids to watch TV, give them a tab, just tell them it's all right, do this, do that, kill their time like that. But I think if more parents out there start looking at their kids and think about, more physical activities, like joining, a cricket club at a very young age, you're not only instilling discipline and talent into that child, you're also building a brighter future for that child. So I think that is something that, I would emphasize, that all parents, it would be nice if you could literally get and even for the men out there, you have daughters, you have wives, sisters, go ahead and get them on board, right? So Bhavisha will have some help out there.
Yes, we need more mothers coming in so that I can get women plus their kids in our cricket tournaments.
There you go. I think what you guys are doing is phenomenal, and of course we would love to see cricket, back. Cricket in Kenya back to what it was.
Yes.
And I think with people like you bringing in this kind of a beautiful dedication, we're not so far from there. So thank you, both of you, for your time.
Thank
you very much for giving us opportunity to express our plans.
Yes.
So that people can understand what we are trying to do.
Indeed.
Hopefully it will help bringing more people take up this sport.
Indeed, and of course Radio 44 will always be there to support your team.